Late last year, staff in Downing Street were filmed asking two questions.
Would the Prime Minister condone having a Christmas?
What's the answer?
Also late last year, COVID was spiralling, and Boris Johnson had decided this.
It is with a very heavy heart, I must tell you, we cannot continue with Christmas as planned.
That was the 19th of December. By the 22nd, more than 10,000 COVID deaths had been recorded that month. Also on the 22nd, a rehearsal was taking place. Number 10 had a new press secretary, Allegra Stratton. It had a new press briefing room too. And Allegra Stratton was taking questions from colleagues who were playing the role of journalists. We know this because of a video obtained by ITV News.
I've just seen reports on Twitter that there was a Downing Street Christmas party on Friday night. Do you recognise those reports?
I went home. Hold on.
Would the Prime Minister condone having a Christmas?
What's the answer?
Would the Prime Minister condone having a Christmas party? It was a relevant question because 4 days earlier there had been a party in Number 10. And ever since the Mirror broke the story last week, we've had the chance to see what the Prime Minister thinks of that. First, Mr Johnson took this approach.
All guidance was followed completely during Number 10.
No evidence, though, was offered. Then the Deputy Prime Minister was asked if the party had happened.
What I know is that you've got, from all the sources you referred to, unsubstantiated claims being made and all on the basis of anonymous sources.
Remember, this was a party in Number 10 and attended by Number 10 staff. Checking these claims would not be hard to do then or now. Next, another minister offered this defence.
I don't even know if an event took place, but if it did, that no rules were broken.
Kit Malthouse didn't know if it had happened, but if it had, it didn't break the rules. The Prime Minister's spokesperson then went further. On Monday, he insisted there was not a party at Number 10, adding it's simply a statement of fact. Then, after the ITV video was released, he said there was no Christmas party. COVID rules have been followed at all times. Again, evidence was not offered to back this up. And anger at the ITV video was growing. Jackie Green's mum died from COVID on the day of the December party.
I think it's totally reprehensible, actually. When I first saw it, I had no words, to be honest.
Well, at Prime Minister's questions, Boris Johnson found these words on the video.
I apologise unreservedly for the offence that it has caused up and down the country, and I apologise for the impression that it gives.
There were more apologies to come. Allegra Stratton, now an advisor to Mr Johnson, was next.
My remarks seemed to make light of the rules that people were doing everything to obey. That was never my intention. I will regret those remarks for the rest of my days, and I offer my profound apologies to all of you at home.
Allegra Stratton also resigned. Her resignation is about the video, but on the party, Mr Johnson's latest response still doesn't match the available evidence.
I have been repeatedly assured since these allegations emerged that there was no party and that no COVID rules were broken, and that is what I have been repeatedly assured.
Now, this is a shift in language from explicit denials to referencing assurances from others, but on the fundamentals of Number 10's message, they remain. No party, no breaking of the rules, and the opposition doesn't buy it.
Millions of people now think the Prime Minister was taking them for fools and that they were lied to.
And while these political tussles play out, the focus on the party remains. The former Number 10 advisor Tim Montgomery asks of those who attended, what were they thinking? Well, we don't know yet, but we know the party happened and we're learning more about it. This week, The Times reports that it's understood to have been organised via a WhatsApp group with staff asked to bring Secret Santa presents. We're also told some of those present also wore Christmas jumpers. The Times source added that there was a proper spread of food that people had brought along with alcohol. Secret Santa, Christmas jumpers, a proper spread. And then this is more from the ITV video.
What's the answer?
I don't know.
It wasn't a party, it was cheese and wine. Just to be clear, it's not.
Is cheese and wine all right? No. It was a business meeting.
It wasn't a party, it was cheese and wine, or a business meeting. Now, we don't know which event is being referenced here, or if it's a joke, but cheese joke or not, it's worth us remembering the rules, that any party at Downing Street would have breached the government's guidelines at the time, and some Tories are furious about what happened.
Angry, annoyed and really disappointed that all of this undermines the public trust that people have in the guidance they are being asked to follow, and they did follow last year when it looks like people in Downing Street didn't.
And in an effort to respond to these concerns, the Prime Minister has also made this announcement.
I've asked the Cabinet Secretary to establish all the facts and to report back as soon as possible.
But Mr Johnson has been repeatedly saying there was no party, that no rules were broken. Now he appears to have ordered an investigation to see if what he was saying was true. And as I finish, let's return to where we started.
Would the Prime Minister condone having a Christmas party?
What's the answer?
What's the answer, Allegra Stratton asks. And over a week since we learnt about this party, we're still waiting for the Prime Minister to tell us exactly what happened last December in Downing Street.